A proper research facility. Oh, I'm sorry. I forget sometimes that some research facilities aren't proper. You know, they're doing research and shit, but it's not proper. You know, we're just closing the door to Pokemon's hearts and trying to figure out how to more efficiently do that and stop people from purifying them. We're literally, I mean, we're basically going out there and saying we're evil and trying to prevent good from purifying our evil creatures. That seems proper. Sure. It's like, it's such weird phrasing, isn't it? It's like I was at this awards ceremony thing for my school, my university, last week, and you know, all the awards are named after like people who died like a long time ago, and so they name the award in honor of them. And every time they say like, oh, this is the you know, Bob Jones Memorial Award. Bob Jones is a big alumni at our university who had an unfortunate and untimely death. And you're like, wait, when is death timely and fortunate? When is it not those things? You know, and it's... Yeah, I always think that's funny. It's like, yeah, okay. Just because that guy didn't have time to think about his death and worry about it, like the hypochondriac, you know, Woody Allen. And what was that film? Hannah and his Sisters? Yeah, okay, remember, Shane, your audience is like 14 years old, 16 years old maybe. They don't know who Woody Allen is. Right, okay. Got it, don't worry. It's so vague, they never really... They say world domination, but what exactly is their plan? I've never understood how Shadow Pokemon... That's a big leap. Shadow Pokemon to world domination. Don't you think? No? I think it is. I mean, like, at least in Colosseum, they were giving out Shadow Pokemon to ordinary trainers, and that made sense because I always thought it would be like yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about old films. The Mackenzie brothers, who are stereotypical Canadian comedians that would, you know, be like, you know, hey, my name's Gordon, hey, would you like a donut or something? I think I'll drink a beer. And they did this film called Strange Brew. And not the song, although I think the song was in there. It was called Strange Brew, and it was like a Hamlet-y kind of plot. And the two brothers, they worked at the beer-making factory, which was called Elsinore Breweries, which, if you've read Hamlet, yeah, you've got it, okay. And they were distributing beer. The guy, and the brewmeister, I should say, was, what's his name, Max van Sydow? And he's great. And he was putting a substance in the beer so that he could control them by playing the organs. So they would actually move, you know, depending on what notes he played on the organ, and he could control them. And that's what I always thought that the world domination plan with Zephyr was like in Pokemon Colosseum, but I don't really know what their plan is in this game. But we have a Shadow Kangaskhan, wow. And you're like, that thing came out 10 minutes ago, Shane, and you were talking about this movie I've never watched or even really cared about. Wow, Kangaskhan, that would have been a good Pokemon to use. Never even thought of it. You know, in all my ancient history nicknames, what would you have nicknamed Kangaskhan, Shane? Yeah, probably the obvious. Oh yeah, we're out in the lava now. Oh, an email. Is this like the 9 emails you get from me? The Pokemon game is making fun of old people. Dear Sean, I don't understand what you know. I'm sorry, I have been doing this mistake. And so apologize for this. No, best translation. The email text is cut off. Come on, Egan. It's too hot to approach! Exclamation point. Oh, sorry, wait. I'll read that again. If I can get in there. It's too hot to approach! Yes, that's what exclamation points sound like. So stop using them all the goddamn time, people. It's not a very complicated puzzle, is it? Like, oh, there's a block that needs to get pushed down. I should probably do that. And the celerity in which the lava cools is unbelievable. I mean, look at this. The lava caught in the middle just instantly cools into land that you can actually walk across. A white herb. 2 white herbs. You never know when you're going to need more than one of them. Such a strange item to find there, don't you think? Oh, hello. You're hanging tough in this magma hot heat. I thought I was going to melt waiting. Well, I think it doesn't help you're wearing this plastic suit. Unless there's refrigeration in that thing. You know, it's like one of those coolers that you put beverages and shit in, like... Maybe there's like some ice packs or something underneath that armor that I'm not aware about. I love it that he's a lefty. I mean, I'm a southpaw as well, so that's why. And that's the only reason why. It just seems odd that the game would, you know, make him a lefty and shit. It's... Or they just didn't ever think about a chain, and they just, you know... I'm sure they did. I'm sure extensive thought went into it. Oh yeah, this room. Oh shit, more emails. Ugh. Dear Shy, I hope you're your haiku from the Tees Nagam Goons, Castro in the desert, and going snake there. Thanks, buddy. You're a real big help to the morale here. I don't think that leads anywhere. Nor do I care about finding a trainer for an item. Yeah, it's a wise decision. For an elixir! I battled 3 trainers for an elixir. An elixir. Ooh, Rapidash. Look at that thing blazing in the wind. Well, that might be the worst looking fire that Pokemon's ever created. I think Pokemon Gold had it better. I mean, you don't have to worry about making the fire move, but that's awful. A Pokemon Snap to take you way back. What am I doing? Did a better job. Make Cargo Shadow as well. Okay, what's make Cargo? Magma Escargot? Yeah, okay. Never thought of it before. But really, it didn't require much thought. Lots of fire types all of a sudden. What were these earlier in the game? Houndour? Good one, good one, good one. You're correct. That's 1. And then Growl with the specific key layer. Here we go. Yeah, no, I don't want you to ice beam that thing. I know, all the water you got stored in there. It's very... I always thought Cacturn would be bigger. You know, I think... Because when you think cactus, you think like the big fucking saguaro thing, right? That, you know, stores like 10 gallons of water and shit in it. And all the little, Is there a woodpecker Pokemon? I don't think there is. What's the closest we got? Spearow, I guess. All the little Spearows that make their homes inside of the body of the Cacturn. Yeah. Tropius. I always think that, you know, we always have, like, if we could make a Pokemon game, that would be one of my ideas. It's like half Pokemon, half nature documentary. And really put Pokemon inside their own natural habitats. and have like a food chain and things. And then you could explore possible themes like Pokemon catching Pokemon, or trainers, sorry, catching Pokemon and removing them from the wildlife, and how that's potentially harmful to the environment and all the, you know, the natural food chain and shit like that. And you could have like endangered species and things. You know, I think that would be really cool. It's like all on one island, like Citadark Isle, where it's secluded, but somehow the Tempest has stopped and trainers have been able to come to it now, and then they want to explore and take advantage of everything on the island. And then, of course, you'd have David Attenborough doing, like, little nature fucking things, you know, like, it'd be like, the captain can store over 10 gallons of water in its belly. This is good news for the chatot, who can make their homes inside the captain. Oh, we are fighting the big guys now. I didn't even notice. There you are. Hitmonchan, the boxer. He's really eyeing me up. You know, they really could have just had his hand going into, like, his belt and grabbing an Ultra Ball, but it had to, like, suddenly morph and appear out of nowhere inside the Snag machine. They didn't need to do that. Although I am only making this observation, you know, like, this is the 9th time I've played this game. It's the first time I've had that thought, so probably that's a thought that you can only have after playing the game 9 times. 2 shakes, 3 shakes, and boom, you got it. Hitmonchan. Oh yeah, here we go, another Shadow Pokemon. Which would you rather have, the boxer or the guy with bendy straws for legs? I mean, you're in the dojo in Saffron City and you have to decide between those two. It's a pretty easy decision, isn't it? And even in terms of moves in Pokemon Red and Blue, do I want Pokemon that only knows fighting type moves, or do I want Pokemon that does like Fire Punch and Ice Punch and Thunder Punch and all that good shit? Yeah, I mean, who ever picked Hitmonlee when they had the decision? Because he would learn like Jump Kick, and then Rolling Kick, and Meditate, and then High Jump Kick, and those are like the only 4 moves that Hitmonlee could learn. Smirgle. Smeargle. Who says Smirgle, honestly? When a painter puts a whole bunch of colors together and you know, like, strokes across the canvas in a very uncareful way, do you say that he smeared the brush across the page? Or what? Like, seriously. Smeargle, people. Smeargle. Smirgle. Oh, look at that. He's got a Vileplume. Yeah, no, don't worry. That was intentional. Oh, will the battling ever end? It's excruciating. Oh, man. They really want you to hate this game by the time you're done with this area, don't they? So much battling, and like, we're maybe halfway done. There's still the room with the little hook crane things that, you know, and then there's the room where there's the, like, things on the floor and shit, and the giant mirror. Oh, there's still so much to this area. I'm sick of it already. We need an admin fight, at least, with some interesting text to read, at least get my spirits up.